You are not gonna miss it. Skip it. You are not gonna miss a snippet of this game. I trust me. Oh god, he's dropped his phone. Relatable. So I did cut to the chase. I will cut to the chase. I can't remember from last time. It was only yesterday, so.
Where do these cables go?
So yeah. Our Uncle Aaron Davis has.
Gotta get inside that shack.
Yeah.
Maybe I should try the front door.
So basically, what's happened is our uncle's asked us for help, and what? Get absolutely donked. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right?
This is crazy tech. Hate to do this, but
I just thought I'd play it before we go to the Spider-Man film.
Sensors are back online. What did you do?
took care of the guy messing with it. And it looks like they left some of their toys behind. Hey, I'm gonna have to call you back.
Weird. How was Tenerife, Freddy?
Whoa. Bet I could use this to make those hollow drones Pete designed.
I'm actually watching the Spider-Man 2 trailer right now. The game. It comes out in autumn. Fall or something. Damn.
This tech has a pretty unique RF. Wonder if I can track it. Huh. Looks like there's a bunch more of these.
Yeah, you can track that.
Our heroes have their work cut out for them. Now that confirms quite a lot. Most importantly, that this threat is...
You aware there's the Force now? Freddy. Yeah, we're going on the Force to see it. I think I texted you.
Perfect time to try out those new hollow drones.
Yeah, same. I've completed loads, but I just want to do it again for the on YouTube. Oh yeah, I haven't finished all of it. I don't think I haven't finished the story though. I'm quite good at it. It's not the hardest game ever. I just don't get the physics of the game. Like, he's... Yeah, fair enough. When are you coming home, Freddy? Or are you home? Yeah, that's what I'd say as well. I just like the combat a bit more in this game.
Okay. Hope the trains are running again.
When are you home, or you're literally like coming back now?
Hey, Mr. Davis, how are things looking now?
I've got a signal, but no trains on the tracks. It must have gone down in the yard.
It was the underground messing with your sensors. I'm thinking, does Roxxon ever use a subway to ship new form?
Roxxon? The subway system was designed to carry.
I think I like the suits better in this game.
Mine got some updates with Roxxon's plaza.
So they could be using it under the table. I'll follow up on it. So,
oh, sweet 30, okay.
You got other family?
Haven't seen them in a while. I had to make some changes, like taking this job. I miss him, especially my nephew.
Fair enough.
Well, maybe now you can see him again. Zen, your family.
Hope so, kid.
Yeah. right, underground. Bye.
Oh, I love this
Wrecking
bit.
everything. Maybe I can
I just
stop
love
this
the bits
body.
where you can fight them. I love fighting the underground.
Gotta split those guys up.
So sucks. Yeah, I know how this goes. I know. Back. But oh!
Siesta time.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Don't look at me, don't look at me.
I mean, which direction are we going here? Because all this seems realistic. Specifically,
What kind of web to that?
the end of the trailer, of course, Miles is visibly worried and
Good time to try out Pete's visor tech.
And now that it's been confirmed that he can play as both
I know, right?
characters in the game, there's
Nice.
that players will have to
Now
play
I can
as
track
Miles
them.
and try and stop Peter from falling further and further into the dark side, or, as I say, it's just going to be a straight showdown. Now, back to the footage that was posted, they did mention...
Is he safe? I'd assume. No, he
It
isn't.
says, and they quote, as Miles tracks
I'm not sure, actually.
the fish market, our environments are
No.
sure to activate.
I need it closer to find out.
Is richer, denser,
Oh, actually, yeah.
particles to improve
No.
textures. Gets an
Bet
upgrade
you didn't see that coming. One down.
Definitely didn't see that coming. Yeah, I should have known these guys want to.
Look out for Spider-Man!
Oh, how isn't this guy safe? That's gonna say.
Now you're looking at. Sorry.
Whether you're sleeping through the interiors or exploring outer space, ones that you'll get into in ways only possible for the PlayStation.
Some new stuff.
That's got me very, very excited. Now, all in all, a lot of fans, including myself, definitely were shocked after that release yesterday. And as I mentioned throughout this video, it does just confirm
Jenny, what's going on? Something's wrong.
Earlier from DLCs, missions, right down to just new installments and sequels.
Off the count. Didn't even see me.
I'm gonna clock this guy's booty cheeks. I can. I really can. You absolute donkey.
Gotta watch out for spiders, man.
I'm gonna go over here so I can do stealthy. Here we go. Ha! Why are you kicking women?
Lights out for you.
Why would you do that? Nah, I don't really care, to be honest. Yeah, what y'all doing a bit? I'm just gonna jump down and attack these kids. Sort a bit. And what a bit. And what I'm running around a bit. Sort bit. Can you really not see me? Hola. Bro, I swear these kids are blind. Hola. Now you can see me.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Exactly.
That's all of them. Now to get the trains back on the
Can't believe I
tracks.
just stealthed
Controls
on.
are probably in the office.
Real quick, I have legitimately watched this thing at least 10 times over and it hasn't even been out yet for 5 hours. I'm not even going to waste any time getting into an intro with this video, so I'm just going to start breaking down everything you see in this
Said
gameplay.
that's their
Tinker.
Right off the bat, it looks like they're pulling up to Peter's house. It might be Peter's house, it might not be, I don't know, but it looks like they might have his address or something like that. And they waste absolutely no time showing us the video. But if I'm being honest, I'm really not the biggest fan of this.
He read the
I think it
controls.
looks good, but like it kind of looks like body armor. But I
Gonna
wouldn't
have to
say
get the
I
trains
think
back on the tracks by hand.
First thing we see this motherfucker
Or
you
well,
can cover somebody in that studio scene.
I can use that turntable.
And then it's boom, straight to the hands. Let's go.
Spin the turntable, pull trains with webs. Should work.
I'm good at like movement. I'd say. So do I do bullies? Yeah.
That works. Almost there.
Slide under somebody midair and then watch this.
Need to get in front of it.
Don't know how hard you have to hit someone for them to bounce off of fucking concrete. This man is dead. But he doesn't stop there. He says, come here, hold this jizz again. Like, bro, but he's not down there though. Come here, equal rights, equal flex. Come here with this fucking choke slam. Like, bro. And I'm in the first game where you held triangle. But in this game, there's only people in the walls and shit now. And this part had me going crazy. Peter hit this dude like 7 yards.
Uncle Aaron sounds serious about wanting to get back in the family. That should reach out to him. That's Miles. Dad never talked about what happened between them. Must have been bad.
What's up, bit? Oh, you!
That's good. Not for the others. Underground looks up Nuform shipments. Maybe they're trying to stop Nuform from reaching the city, or what? That's right. Yes. Okay, one more.
Oh, you're joking. That was correct. Oh, you donkey.
You can also activate the classic dodge to get out of danger, but don't get too comfortable.
Oh, you donkey.
Need to get it to stay down.
Everything I was saying in that video, and I'm so happy they did it. And again, another thing that I mentioned in my video was quickfire gadgets, and that's exactly what it looks like here in the bottom right. It does look like they stripped down some of the gadgets, but until the full game comes out, I don't know what gadgets stripped down with that wheel right there. And I think they did those to like
Work. We've got trains on the tracks.
the gadgets were fun to use.
Now they need power.
But they definitely did
How
have
do you
some
reckon?
issues. And the other thing I'm sure you all noticed was the special move abilities on the left side. And the two special moves we
They
saw
busted
were
the controls here too,
and the third
but not the generator.
Oh, ho, ho.
I can use that.
I love doing that.
Probably. My webs are conducted.
One of the new gadgets we're excited about is the web line, which is actually a model in PC, so I've already kind of experienced this. And it was also something I said I wanted them to use again. But in the bottom paragraph it says, like,
My trusty New York subway. Hey, Mr. Davis. Did anything change on your end?
Panels just lit up like Christmas. Good job, kid.
Glad to help. If anything else comes up, just post a note in the app.
Wait a second. I got a little something here. It's lunch.
For me?
It's the least I can do for the guy who keeps saving my job.
Cool. I'll head back now.
Yo, Freddy, still watching? I'll check. No, I guess not.
Pretty good. I stumbled on a conspiracy in our neighborhood. Classic.
You have a plan?
Sort of making it up as I go.
Mark's the true Spider-Man. Well, if you need me, I'm a phone call away. And a cross-Atlantic flight.
Sure, man. Oh, and thanks for the gift. It is awesome.
Learn? Oh, MJD. Gotta go. Bye. Dude, fixing the subways made the app blow up. There were so many requests. Like, oh, this one's from Teos.
Oh, I should definitely check that out. Now that the whole city's counting on me.
We're like the #1 app in NYC right now. out as soon as you're done with your uncle. He still doesn't know you forgave you, right?
Had a couple near misses, but I kept my cover. I'll check the app as soon as I'm done here. Later.
Probably on the lower difficulty will probably be a lot more chaotic when we actually get tired. Do not get me wrong when I say this. I think the wrestling in the first two games is fucking phenomenal. I think it's the best reversal system we've had in gaming history. But I'm a little confused to watch because air dodge still looks like literally the same as the first game. Miles is not just the same as this game, and I thought that was an improvement because they made his air dodge a lot more smoother. So I'm wondering why Peter's air dodge still looks so good. I'm also wondering why they didn't show off any, like, you know, advanced wrestling mechanics or new wrestling mechanics. I think it made sense because they're trying to focus on showing the weapons, and they were also trying to be efficient in their wrestling, which is like, you know, safety.
Gotta hit Finn back when I finish helping out.
I'm kind of disappointed by the lack of new animations, as well as showing off like wrestling mechanics.
Oh, hey, Mr. Davis. I'm almost there.
You gotta hurry, Spider-Man. Underground's here. Putting bombs on the tracks.
Bombs? For real?
Guess they didn't like you fixing things.
I'll get there as soon as I can. Hang tight and don't go outside. I'll get them.
Across the intersection. Another one.
On it. One more. So last night you learned new forms getting shipped by train. Then today you attack the train. Why? To stop new form? To steal it?
You did it, kid. Trains are back. Underground's done. You do good work.
The next train is arriving in 5 minutes. Now, if they create a second on, you don't have much time.
Thanks to you. Oh, hey, here you go. 1 year unlimited subway pass.
Thanks.
Did I get the name right?
How did you... okay, gotta go.
Hold up, Miles. I kind of suspected when I saw the news yesterday. Watching your moves on those escape cons, juking guys left and right. I'd have sworn I was back at the park playing pickup with you and your dad. You were quick then. A lot quicker now. Don't worry. I won't tell your mom.
Thomas.
Promise. Look at you. If your dad can see you now,
He'd probably freak out.
he'd definitely freak out. So you taking over for the other Spider-Man?
Nah. Like I said, he's just on vacation.
Right. And he left you in charge.
Yeah.
A lot of responsibility for a kid your age.
I can handle it.
Hope so. But listen, you get in over your head, you give me a call. I'm here for you. Got it?
Got it. Thanks, son. Genki said the app's blowing up. City's definitely... should patrol for a while.
Now listen, this is a theory. We know Peter got human teeth, but pay attention to his eyes when he says that.
So do I.
Now I know most of you are saying like, oh, these eyes look familiar, and that's because they do. And you know who's got big teeth? This guy. I don't think that was Peter saying those words, really. I think that was the symbiote in that moment taking full control of him, and that's like what made him say that. And I think maybe later in the story, like, Thanos might actually...
Looks like Taylor's bodega was robbed.
That doesn't help. Was listen to this like creeping like girl when she sees Miles. Now this could indicate that this guy has new abilities.
Right here.
Not you,
my cat, named after the real Spider-Man. Bunch of jerks broke in here and robbed my place. Think they took Spider-Man too.
It's awful. You see where they went?
Overheard them say they're hitting the power substation. A couple blocks over.
I'll find them. And your cat.
Sure, kid. Guess it can't hurt.
Listen to the music at the end of this scene.
Should probably call Genki when I get there. Why would these dudes go to a power station?
And now listen to the from Doc Ock scene from Spider-Man PS4.
There's my way in. Genki, I need help. Some dudes robbed Tails' bodega, then headed to the closest power station.
Got my full attention. Watching through your live stream.
And I think that indicates that we're possibly going to be getting like a parallel between what Peter does to Miles and what Otto did to Peter in that case. And I think we could possibly see them all Transformers? Miles or Peter turn into Venom because
How many of these
with the eyes and like how they like
look like an
like
electrician?
Just keep shooting. And while we're getting that music at the end, that is even theory, and I like it, but I really don't think I am. And that's about all the gameplay and story details I was like, if you're not there, like, something you think I missed, and I didn't mention, let me know. I tried to figure out more than one.
Take the cops longer to catch on. I've never been part of a plan like this. That's because you've been working small time. This kind of work's got a long term. Harder and harder. Honest criminal make a buck in this town. Hate this one.
Y'all the folks who robbed Tails' place? Where's Spider-Man? Where is Spider-Man? Oh, man, that sounds crazy.
Oh man, this job is so not worth it!
What? You guys make Christmas lights or something? Can't you guys fix any normal crimes? Like, actually, never mind.
This station's output is down to 64%. Maybe you can find a backup.
Try to downplay this, man. So let's get into it. Starting off with somebody that needs for like his lifting strength. He was able to stop a speeding train in like a similar manner to Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, but then right after was able to hold up the weight of a train while hanging from the ceiling, I might add. And this train had about 2 subway cars attached to it at the time, so if we multiply the weight of each subway car and multiply it by 2, obviously, that would make this train weigh around 170,400 pounds, but also keep in mind that he had to pull the subway car, like the subway tracks from out the ground. He was also able to slow the rate of the falling crane with just his biceps.
Good thinking on the back of
And this train with this building being around 6 meters tall, 675 feet. And this train obviously being around 50 plus feet taller than said building, this train around 725 plus feet. To put this into perspective, the world's tallest train in Illinois is around 470 feet tall and weighs about 529,000 pounds. So using a bit of math here, if we divide the weight of this train by 470 feet, every foot tall of this train, it would be like 1,125 pounds.
I'm coming for you, Spider-Man. Hang tight.
We take 1,125 and multiply it by 725. That will put this crane at around 815,625 pounds. So since the Games crane is missing this little like long piece horizontal of the crane, I'm gonna drop that by around like 150,000 pounds because it's still which looks to be around the same kind of thing that we have in the one scene in the game. So that will put the crane scene in the game at around 665,665 pounds.
I think I know what dudes want. There's a bank on this block. No power means no security.
So if we fix the power, are we preventing a bank heist?
Stop the crime before it begins. For only 2 men can see the future. Only they can stop it.
And also steering a falling
Alright, gotta focus.
that wouldn't hit the ground. The last thing I'm going to mention for this video is stopping speeding cars. So yeah, you know, just a little with the lightning manipulating Electra, a being shown destroying a smokestack just by ramming through it, landing Electra's attack potency at around 15 billion joules or large building level.
Sounds like someone's paying them. Any idea?
So, output's at 0.
I got that.
Pulling out the emergency
There's a
lights.
number of things that are really exciting
Okay,
about Spider-Geddon, but
you can restore power
one of
and
the biggest
recharge the other
successes
backups.
is bringing video game Spider-Man into the comics. I'm really excited to bring him into Spider-Geddon, which will take place after the events of the video game. So it is part of the continuity of the character.
Man, how many people does it take to bust a power station? What's up? Who's your boss? Anybody I know? Seriously, who planned the bank robbery?
Spider-Man and the Enigma powers, and the Enigma is the power that gives Spider-Man powers, and it's the same power that helps Venom beat the darkness and creator of all things. Back to back, Insomniac Spider-Man was able to get up. Right, just so this could have been great, through multiple buildings by Rhino and Morales. And surviving and still holding on to Rhino during this.
Okay, gotta push ahead. Find the main generator. And hope I can fix it.
Mind you, Peter was supposed to be on the Rhino after this happened.
These guys keep talking about their boss. Any idea who it is?
Dude, a lot of people want to rob banks.
It was worth a try.
And honestly, if we're being real with ourselves here, if this wasn't Miles' game, Peter would have got up and kept going. But they just needed this moment for Miles beating Rhino. Which I really like this fighting moment for Miles, so I would just honestly let Insomniac get off that one. And it's not like it's the first time Spider-Person has ever been nerfed.
Gotta clear out these guys. Then I can figure out how to fix it.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Spike Man can stop moving cars. That's crazy. think anyone who's
Whoever planned the heist knows Spider-Man.
I think we all know.
And
They
not in a good way.
Has to be the other one.
I don't have that many
And also to further back this up, as just shown, Rhino is a character who can destroy multiple city blocks with just his body. And he still gets damaged and eventually knocked out by Peter in the first game, while he is still holding back. Which makes Rhino putting Peter out of the fight in Miles Morales even cooler, considering he's been shown to be able to knock out Rhino while holding back. Peter has also beaten Rhino multiple times in his past. So Peter, while holding back, I keep having to mention because that's just how insane he is, but Peter, while holding back, knocking out and putting down characters like Electro, who showed down large building levels of attack power, like durability, and Rhino, who has been stated to have destroyed 6 city blocks and probably could have done more damage if Spider-Man didn't keep it down. He also Rhino around all 3 levels of attack power. Get this! Going in back by Miles, and Rhino was able to take multiple hits after ramming through multiple buildings to city block levels. Miles before eventually being put down. And this happens
Time to check the breaker.
because Rhino fought Miles multiple times throughout the game. And Peter also scales above Miles. And going back to Spider-Geddon, I have to add like a little bit of context to this situation. The Inheritors are most likely holding back, but still like actually trying to hurt Superior Spider-Man and Insomniac Spider-Man, because the Inheritors need Spider-People alive so they can consume their life force. But there's nothing suggesting that they weren't actively trying to hurt both of them. So it's still a good feat, because it would make sense for them to try and weaken Otto and Peter so they could just easily suck the souls out of them. Also, this panel shows that Insomniac Spider-Man and 616 Spider-Man are relative in terms of attack power and like durability. And don't try to tell me that, well, now hold on. Superior Spider-Man has worse speech than actual Peter Parker of 616. Shut the fuck up. Anything 616 Peter could do in terms of like physical capabilities, Superior Spider-Man can also do, because they are literally the same body. Just because Superior Spider-Man doesn't have the same capabilities doesn't mean he can't do what 616 Peter can in terms of physical capabilities, because they are literally the same body. Just because a different person's in it doesn't mean your physical capabilities such as strength, speed, and durability change. And if you think just because Superior doesn't have like similar or better feats than 616 Peter, which he kind of does,
Here we go.
Like he has a lot of really good feats. But if you think he's not just because 616 Peter was when he was in the body, you're actually brain, like you actually have brain damage if you need to get it checked out. Because for the last time, they are literally the same body. Like, that was so hard to understand about that. I know most people who were like actually use their brain would understand that, but like I had like 3 people arguing with me in my comments where I now blocked, so I don't even have a comment. But I had people about that. It's the most stupid fucking argument. You can't have so yeah, 616 Peter and Insomniac Peter are relative. You know it's rude to interrupt the
What do you mean your boss is worse? I'm mopping the floor with you!
Is where we allow flexibility for Spider-Man, so that's where it would require anything that's red is actually now free, and it's what you would be using the armor there's actually scraping against a building and it's spraying around the city. And then we get to the white. And the white is actually like a flexible carbon fiber. So
let's get out of here, Spider-Man.
You'll see the surfacing on it, and you can tell it's carbon fiber. That's located on his chest, it's on his gauntlets, and also on his feet. That's what he was using for again. He's fighting, that's what he's reinforcement, and he's blocking. That's the only thing that's
Hey man, power restored, they
Hawkeye stopped, Spider-Man the cat saved.
Mullen today's great work. I'm posting in the FNSM app about these guys and their boss. We can get leads on who we're dealing with. Call you soon.
So dodging light speed attacks and all the other crazy shit 66 Spider-Man has done isn't like anything like crazy for Insomniac Spider-Man to be able to do, considering they literally stalemated the first time they met. And also, going back to the train scene, he uses an ability that majority of all Spider-Man inherently possess, and that's the ability to slow down time in like short bursts. But just look at how fast he does it.
Can't feel too bad taken from the underground.
Who are moving in slow motion while Peter is not. He can also speed blitz Electro.
Back to the grindstone.
Let's do it. Pretty sure to have one on everything. It's coming wrong.
Hey, Teo, got a surprise for you.
Oh, yeah? What's that? Did you have an adventure? You almost gave Daddy a heart attack. Oh, yes, you did. Oh, yes, you did. Good work, brother Spider-Man. Thanks.
Yeah. Of course.
And also keep in mind he's dodging Electro's electricity while being midair and still
Hey,
having
man.
18 broken bones.
Any leads on who our cat thieves were working for?
I'm chasing down a couple of problems that might be connected. Robberies on Harlem's commercial strip, and something going down at Feast Mall.
And depending on the time frame of Marvel Spider-Man 2, he's going to be in like year 10 plus. He's fought Mysterio, Chameleon, Vulture, Rhino, Scorpion, Sandman, Electro, Pinhead, doing exactly Mr. Negative, Doc Ock, Kingpin, Taskmaster, Tombstone, Silver Sable, and everything he went through and learned in the events of Spider-Man. He dealt with an entire advanced army with run-of-the-mill criminals and gangs, and stopped the citywide pandemic
Miles,
among
you
the
still meeting
six. And thanks to a video
Never got a
from
text back from you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Just wrapped up in my own stuff. But I'm free now. There.
Sweet. 78th and West End.
78? But Science Center? Why there?
You'll see. Don't be late.
78th and West End. Guess I'll find out what she means. Better hustle over.
But at the same time, he do because once again, he got that dog, and also while hallucinating and being flipped with mental trauma from a poison that would kill a normal human in minutes, he was still swinging through the city and trying to cure himself. After getting jumped and beat to near death by the entire Sinister Six, he was still able to swim for however long enough to pull himself up and hold on to a floating barrel in the water. And a couple hours later, with 14 broken bones,
I wanted to tell you my favorite picture will be at the rally tonight. Look out for a logo with a giant hero.
Okay, thanks for the tip. Oh, Mom, I wanted to ask, since you know everything going on in Harlem right now, have you heard of the Underground?
Yes. They've been vandalizing Roxxon property, and I think they've been recruiting kids around the neighborhood. Why? They didn't try to get you involved in their mess, did they?
No. Uncle Aaron told me about
And
it.
he does this all in like 30 minutes next. Then he goes to fight Otto where he gets injured even more and also gets stabbed by this big-ass panther claw. And he still beats Otto, which pained him mentally and physically because he was fighting his friend and mentor. Then he has to go back to Feast with the anti-serum to see a Ant-Man on the brink of death, and he has the prisoner right in his hands, but has to make the decision to clear the city instead. And has to watch the Ant-Man die. Like, God damn, bro. Audacity.
I asked if the Underground tried to recruit.
No. Uncle Aaron told me about it. Yeah. I ran into him at the subway stop by our house. Did you know he's working there?
No. You know I don't want you around him.
But you and Dad never told me why I wasn't allowed to see him anymore. He used to come by our place all the time.
That's okay. Give me 1 second. Sorry, we're still setting up.
It's all good. We'll save the world, Mom. One boat at a time.
Have I ever told you you're my favorite son?
That guy's good competition. Love you. Bye.
Personality at all. Anyway, moving on. The last category here. I'm gonna start off this category by addressing something that relates to Insomniac's like velocity suit. And if you don't know what the Velocity suit is, it's basically an armored suit that's bulletproof and that turns Spider-Man into a speedster. And he's able to move so fast that time almost comes to a complete standstill and people can't even perceive that he's in the same room as them. The history of making behind this suit is shown in the Gamerverse comics, which aren't canon to the Insomniac universe. Two of the comics are simply just retelling of the stories which we already got in the main story of the DLC. And the Velocity comic is a standalone story that is completely new. But the story here, since it's set in the Gamerverse, isn't canon. But the suit itself is canon to the Insomniac universe and Spider-Man. And there's been no confirmation that says otherwise. And for one, all the stories in the Gamerverse are based off and retold stories of the Insomniac universe and Marvel Spider-Man. So that in turn means the Velocity comic would also be based off of how Peter made the suit in his universe after the event.
Rap guys blocked out the street and took hostages.
The story of how he made the suit and why he made it. And unlike the other books, there's no conflicting continuity breaking events that would conflict with the canon of the game or Spider-Man. And this could even be the exact story of what happened in the Insomniac universe, because he did make the suit in the universe. And on the physical copy of the back of the book, it says how and why Peter built the armored Velocity suit in the Marvel Spider-Man. The secrets of the fan favorite suit are revealed. And for two, Insomniac specifically made this suit for this universe. Why would they make a new original suit just for this universe, just to not have it canon? That would make absolutely zero sense. And just because the Gamerverse thing isn't canon to the game, that doesn't mean the suit itself isn't canon. And the Marvel when you're over the suit is canon. And like I said, all the Gamerverse the Insomniac universe stuff that happened. That Peter could have made something like this if they showed it with that is an extremely good also basically come on, guys. Isn't New York traffic bad enough? Impact Web, even though technically Otto gave him the idea of Impact Web. To me, the web triple and electric web, something flash, something flying, web shooters, all of these gadgets, web shooters. I don't know how it works. It's designed that can work automatically or manually, and has built-in EMPs and electric flash. Designed a HUD system for a mask that allows you to all other things. It's basically just like a computer in your mask, kind of like MCU Spider-Man or Iron Man, just without the fucking AI. He was able to make an antidote for himself from Scorpion poison in 10 minutes or so, like I talked about earlier. He was able to design realistic holographic training scenarios for Miles and gadgets and stuff. Well, Miles turned them into gadgets, but it's Peter that obviously did the same thing. And lastly, like I also mentioned earlier, he made a suit with a fully functional neural interface that increases his durability and refills his web shooters. And he did this in around 20 to 30 minutes using from Otto's lab, which also further backs up that the Velocity suit is canon. Because if he was able to make the anti-Ock suit within 20 to 30 minutes, he can definitely make the Velocity suit. So yeah, if anyone ever tries to tell you that Insomniac Spider-Man is a bitch or overrated or loses the most inconsistent human being in fiction who I love but always have to go against because of mentally challenged fan base who thinks he scales to God, who don't understand the meaning of plot harming realistically, and a death battle with no writing or bias, he gets fucking abused by 95% of superheroes and fights him still with a fucking human.
Beating up innocent people is not cool.
Come on. And thank So obviously we all know the Batman Arkham games, some of the most critically acclaimed games in gaming history. Me personally have two of the four Arkham games in my top 10 story games of all time, being Arkham City and Arkham Origins. Marvel Spider-Man, spoiler alert, as Reverend's title is in my opinion better than Arkham City, and it's also my favorite story game of all time. But I want to give y'all some reasons as to why I think that, and what my personal feelings lie between the games and both characters before I get into my breakdown. But first off, I just want to say that I have very nostalgic attachment to all these Arkham games as a whole. First time I played Batman Arkham City, I was 8 years old. If I was able to bust another time, I probably would have. As a kid, I mostly played most of their games like Call of Duty and Halo, probably like most kids born in the 2000s. But I also did play my fair share of story games, Spider-Man at the time. It's a great game, but not the version I played. What the? I later got it on my Xbox 360. That's beside the point. I also played a couple Pokemon games, Lego Batman 1, The Force Unleashed 1 and 2, a couple Transformer games, and some other games. But as you can tell by the games I've mentioned, a lot of them are great in my opinion. But trying to compare those games to Arkham City is like this guy on my TikTok comment trying to tell me this game. So when my mom bought me Arkham City for the first time for Christmas, a game which I didn't even know existed at the time, but it didn't matter because you look at the art of the game cover and I was like, holy shit, it's Batman, holy shit. I just little push ran down my leg and I immediately ran outside and kicked my neighbor's dog across the street. Excited when I finally had this game illustrated to this.
For your friends play-by-play of a very bad date. Well, for me, that story is the opposite. Who are they? What do they want? What's infuriating is that the question is so simple, but it seems impossible to answer. They steal, hurt, kidnap, and harass. They hit businesses and crime families alike. They have next-level technology and a grudge against everyone. I'm gonna keep looking into them, and if you have a tip, please send it my way. Until next time, remember not to put your coffee grounds in the garbage disposal. We'll clog up your drains like real bad. Okay, bye!
Hey, Molasses! Up here! Fire escape's shakier than it used to be. Careful on the way up.
And then I first started playing the game, and I was like, oh, shit, wait, did Mr. Potato Head grow beard? Later to find out his name was Hugo. But then I was like, holy shit, it's Two-Face. And then I was like, Catwoman. And then I was like, holy shit, it's the Joker. Oh my god, he poisoned me. What are we gonna do? And then I was like, oh. And then the big twist at the end, and I was like, oh my god, that's not the Joker.
Almost
and I
failed, it took so long.
Faces, and then the Joker died, and I was like, damn. I'll fucking die. You know, in all seriousness, this game was fucking amazing. When I finished it, I was speechless. I never felt any superhero game was toxic until these two games came out.
Time capsule's seen better days.
One of those games, so let's get into
You
it.
remember
Okay,
the
so to
combination?
compare these two games, I'm going to be breaking this up into multiple categories and multiple subcategories, and each game will earn points based on what I think they did better. It's a little hard to explain, but you'll pick it up once I get into it. So the categories are
Y'all gotta start remembering this code. Not always gonna be around the table.
We'll remember.
Yeah,
starting with
good.
the main character.
Now,
Batman in this game is put through the ringer. He has to worry about
Secret time capsule.
who will realize
Only
identity or
Miles
not,
and I know.
figuring out what protocol.
Oh,
Then he's
that's
poisoned,
right.
then
Keep
he
it
has to
secret.
fight through
Keep
groups
it
of grown men
Hey,
which
Rick,
have guns and melee
you gonna
weapons.
take that job at
And
Roxanne
then
or what?
against Titan. He has to save
Why?
Mr. Freeze
You gonna
from
take it if I don't?
Maybe. Waiting to see the
Joker
offer.
and himself.
Okay,
While also rescuing
competition,
Foxy
eh?
tortured by the
Well,
Penguin, while
you're
also
talking a good
throwing
game.
games with the shark,
Want
and
me
then he
to,
has to put his chubby little
lead the
fucker Penguin
clean
down for
energy
the second time that night. Then he
You
has
know
to
me.
fight Solomon Grundy.
Clean
When he finally
up,
gets
save
to
the
the
world.
He instantly
my
goes
nerdy
back
fan
and
club.
secret test drive. Then he's put into a psychological mind fuck of a fight so he can get racist blood for the cure. And when that cure is finally made, Mr. Freeze turns on him due to
You remember the
kidnapping
code,
his
right?
wife, and you're put into another great ball. All for it to be over and find out the cure was stolen. Then Batman has to
The
fight his way
Fibonacci
through the steel mill
sequence.
again to get
Nice.
crushed by rubble and wake up in the middle of Protocol
Our
Town where he's faced with a
reward.
tough decision whether to save
I
some of
mean,
his
our
friends
energy
or
converter
save
was
the
pretty
city of
fire.
criminals that don't
True.
deserve just because he knows it's the
You
right
think
thing
it's
to
still
do.
on
Then has to
display in
find
the
and fight his way
science
to
center?
stop Hugo's dream,
Hope
only to
so.
find out that Race has been running things all
Wow.
along and Hugo is just
Look
a
at
puppet.
this.
And then Joker reveals he
Goober
was playing
Central.
this whole time and kills Talia. He then has to
Looking
fight
suave as
Clayface,
ever,
and
though.
in the end, when he
Yeah.
finally gets the cure, and even after all he's been through, he still would have stuck to his moral code and saved the
Something
Joker
going on
no
with
matter
him?
all he's done.
You guys fight or something?
No. No fight.
But even through all that,
It's fine.
Spider-Man was put through the ringer even harder while
Why do
also
we
being a
really lose
better
touch?
hero. This game exhibits the perfect adaptation of Peter Parker right from the opening scene. He's faced
Crap,
with a
now I'm
dual
late.
identity crisis being as
I gotta
either
go.
pay his rent on time or go stop Kingpin.
Hey,
and right after stopping Kingpin,
I feel
he's
like
also
we both
faced
have
with that
stuff
dual
we're not
identity
sharing.
crisis again. and
Next
gets
time
called
we
from Otto
hang,
telling him he has to
no
get to work.
secrets.
And when he gets there, it immediately
Okay?
starts building up
Yeah.
their relationship. After finishing
maybe.
with Otto, he helps Yuri with the neck towers. In the
If you're
middle
on
of all
time.
this, he helps a homeless woman get help.
See you soon, short stuff.
She winds up doing later in the game. He then
You
gets
know I'm
caught
taller
working
than
on
you now,
Spider-Man
right?
by Otto, exposing his identity, which comes to be a major factor later in the game. He then has to go to Aunt May's birthday party where we are introduced to Martin Lee, which just like Doc Ock's introduction, subtly starts building up the relationship between him and Peter that builds up in emotions, but when they eventually turn
Middle
evil.
school
We're then
graduation's
introduced to
been
MJ,
sweet.
who's another person who causes controversy and
Then went
hardship
to
in his life,
Midtown
and they
High.
slowly start becoming friends again,
Man,
going through all the arguments
so
and
good
problem
to see
fixing that
Finn.
comes with getting back
I
into a
should find where the
relationship.
time
He then
capsule's
brings
hid.
the Demon Master
But
Martin Lee,
a
and the
little
conversation just keeps
Gotta get
feeling
home
the
from
growing
Mom's
villain inside of Martin that we all know is coming, but don't want to happen because of his friendship
Good
and
times means it's
relationship
a
with
limited
Peter
ride
and
pass.
May, and all the good he's done in his life. He then loses his job with Otto due to the city confiscating their work and shutting down all this stuff, which builds up Otto's hate even more, which has been holding inside for so long. He then gets into his second fight with Shocker, and he knows that the Shocker doesn't want to do the things he's doing, so he offers to help him, but Shocker won't let him. We're then introduced to Jefferson Davis, a character who was brought in and instantly likable due to his personality, heart, and strive to do the right thing and be a good cop. And that's all captivated by a heroic act saving Peter from being run over by a truck while he was in the middle of stopping hundreds of people from being hurt or killed on a train that would have crashed had he not lifted an oil truck blocking the train's path. Peter then feels the consequences of his dual identity problem again from earlier that day when he's evicted from his apartment and he has to run around the city to save his belongings. He is then forced to sleep at peace when he wakes up to his last conversation with Martin Lee before his turn to villainy. He then has a fight to stop the demon gang and Fist Men to figure out who's running the demons. And in the middle of the battle, he tries to stop a helicopter from running away, causing a crane to be knocked over, and then also later a helicopter and his debris crashing into the streets and possibly killing or hurting many of the hundreds of people below him. He just stops both incidents from happening. Then he goes to City Hall where Martin Lee commits a terror act and bombs the rally, killing Jefferson Davis and fully introducing us to Miles Morales, his son, where after the event, Peter instantly offers to help Miles use the fact that he knows what he's going through, just so that Miles doesn't feel alone. He then discovers Martin Lee's other half, which he's been hiding for so long. He gets confronted by him at the police center, leaving a place that Martin Lee didn't want anybody to know about. Martin gets a subtle pregnancy to telling him to mind his own business or he will get hurt. Now I'm going to skip later on to the story because I feel like this video might be getting a little too long. If you play the game and you know what happens and the rest of what Peter does to the hero and what he goes through and how Martin Lee and Otto are built up, then you know what happens. So I'm just going to skip ahead. Peter goes to the lab to check on Otto and sees that Otto is fully built the arms and discovers the problem in the arms that is altering Otto's personality and messing with his brain. Otto says that he's right and shuts down the arms, and after Peter leaves thinking everything is fine, little does he know that Otto's been scheming to get back at Norman this whole time. Seeing him on the TV right after Peter leaves makes him turn the arms back on, and at that point, the Otto that Peter thought he knew was gone, and now he's fully Doc Ock. Otto's plan is in full effect, causing a massive breakout at the Rat in Rikers prison, where Spider-Man is left in a one-v5 circle against Rhino, Scorpion, Mr. Negative, Vulture, and Electro.
Yes, sir.
But he's overwhelmed and stabbed in the back and poisoned by Scorpion, and then he gets beaten down by the Fox and is then taken
Let's
to Electro.
go.
Juniper's daycare.
It'll be okay, man. Your mom's got people looking out for her.
St. Teresa's
Yeah, I
Church.
guess.
The choir.
Plus, how are your spiders?
Even now, Roxxon is transporting new
I really want this adverse suit.
across the city, but they won't tell us the risk.
This message is from Roxxon. The man you answer to, Simon Krieger, is a killer. This plaza is a monument to everything he's done. I won't let it open. The underground will stop it.
We've got a situation here.
Everyone, stay calm!
Nowhere to run!
Weapons up!
They need you. I'll help your mom.
Meow. Oh. Right, okay. Let's beat these guys up. Yeah. You what? Alright. Oh, sorry, guys.
Spider-Man to deal with a citywide pandemic, the virus, the Sinister Six, the Demon Gang, the entire Sable Militia, thousands of street criminals terrorize the city, while also having to keep up his dual identity, and he himself has to save
What is up, everybody?
Enemies below you with batarangs. As far as enemy variety is concerned, there's 8 different enemy types.
Alright.
Normal enemy types. You have your ninja,
Oh, you bugger.
enemies, your gun enemies.
Oh, you bugger.
Your stick enemies, your armored enemies, you have your Titans. Titans really aren't a big part of the game. They're for like 3 fights. And same with the ninjas. Now for Spider-Man, you also
Oh my god, you really shot this man.
because enemies are much more spread out and it doesn't just jump you from one enemy to another automatically. So it's much more engaging for the player. And on top of that, you not only can whoop an ass on the ground, but you can also bring them in the air and whoop the ass. You can go from ground combat to air combat so quickly and smoothly.
Oh.
You can punch an enemy in the air and you can
Destroy this fist.
You can throw an enemy back onto the ground. You can punch an enemy, slide under them, kick them into another enemy. You can web strike someone. You can combo someone up, jump off them and combo someone else, or you can jump off them and yank them in the air. And you got much more fun gadgets. You got web bombs, concussive blast, zip lines, grenade web shooters, impact webs, suspension matrices, drones, electric webs. You can combo all these gadgets together and use it fun ways. You can also take virtually anything in the environment, throw it at an enemy. You can take enemies' guns and throw it back at them, web up an enemy, spin them around, and throw them at the ground or a wall or another enemy. You can bounce off the wall on someone, and you get to on and on. And when you get the enemy variety, you have 9 types. You have your normal enemies, you have your melee weapon enemies, your gun enemies, your jetpack enemies, your switch enemies, like your special melee weapon enemies, you have your boots, your rocket launcher enemies, your shield enemies, and you have turrets. So you put, like I said, Spider-Man just has everything Batman has and a lot more. For this category, I'm giving Spider-Man 7 points for Batman. The next subcategory is stealth. Now, I think Batman's the clear winner here. I think stealth Spider-Man is good, or at least like pretty good. But Arkham just has so much better room design when they put you into stealth situations, and the way the game makes you go about stealth actually.
Yeah, boy.
While with Spider-Man, I would just rather punch people. And the overall feeling you get from fighting stealth segments as Batman is just unmatched by any other character. And also the way the enemies just shoot their chance as you take them out one by one is just so fun, and it immerses you so much. So for this category, I'm giving Batman 8 points and Spider-Man 7. The next major category is boss fights. Now, I think Spider-Man has some good boss fights like Taskmaster, Tombstone, Rhino, Scorpion, Electro, Vulture, Mr. Negative. My favorite being Doc Ock, mainly because of his emotional impact and systematic it is. But I think for this category, Batman and Spider-Man. Compared Arkham City as a solid enemy boss fight, Rachel Blue boss fight, Late Phase boss fight, Mad Hatter boss fight, Deadshot boss fight, which kind of sucks. And my personal favorite being Mr. Freeze, just because how creative it is and how you can't use the same attack. You have to see the depth into the fight. And overall, I just think the boss fights in Arkham City are just better. So for this, I'm giving Spider-Man 3 points and Batman 7. The last major category is world design. Looking at both of these games are a masterclass of world design from comic book and universe references such as the Steel World and Avengers Tower. Both of these games map so well. But what Spider-Man does is take the real life city and captures it almost perfectly, as if it's an exact replica of New York. Combine with comic references such as the Embassy, take the Pink Forum, Avengers Tower, Nelson Murdoch, etc. And it's a perfect sandbox for Spider-Man where you can just get lost, swinging mindlessly with no clear direction and have fun for hours. Not to mention the fact that the city genuinely feels alive compared to Arkham City. So for the last category, I'm giving Spider-Man 7 points and Batman 3. Bringing us to our grand total of 77 points for Spider-Man and 53 points for Batman. So yeah, these are my reasons as to why I think Spider-Man is better than Arkham City. And yeah,
Got it? They'll lift some of the blame for all this, and it won't just be the Tinker.
Okay.
One sec, guys.
Innovative kickoff here with yet another Spider-Man video. A while back, I posted 3 separate videos for the relevant suits that I wanted to see in
It's like the plaza was just a warm-up.
I go hard.
Those 3 wish lists videos amazing feedback, but I got a lot of comments.
Let's not shoot each other, alright?
That's why I split them apart into 3 separate videos, and some people didn't even know that all 3 of them existed. So after doing some thinking, I decided now would be the time to put all 3 of those videos.
I go hard.
So without further ado, let's get right into it.
We're after the new form.
Why are you going after me, bro?
Number 15. In fact, let's throw in all 47 suits from Spider-Man PS4. I know, there's only supposed to be 15 suits on this wish list, but I can't help it. I've got to cheat and include all the suits that we saw from the first Spider-Man PS4 game. Every single suit, from the advanced suit all the way down to the Black Bolt suit in No Way Home, I want all 3 suits and because I want them all in time, I'm not using any honorable mentions in this video. But it's a big number, So with that being then at the very least, I want to see the original Advanced Suit return, so that there could be a natural transition in the story mode between what we saw in Spider-Man PS4, the slightly altered design that we see in the Spider-Man 2 trailer. And the original Advanced Suit return from the first game is definitely a no-brainer, but if it's possible for all of the old suits to return, I think PS5 can definitely handle having that many ultimate costumes, and I'm sure Insomniac would want to pull them to return through DLC or free updates to the game that could keep it alive for years after its release. Plus, I don't think there's a single person watching this video who wants to see it out of the first game. They just did so well fixing it to the fan favorite suit, and I would hate to see them get trouble with this. So while I'm really pumped up for most of the old suits to return, I'm just going to have to wait and see if Insomniac decides to keep them all, or
This is not your fault. I was so happy to see her. I wasn't paying attention. I have to pay attention.
It would be really interesting if we heard some dialogue referencing the shield, or maybe some of the Avengers trying to fight for his costume. I really like how James McGinnis references the Spider-Man. I mean, we already know the Avengers have this in the universe, so shield is definitely a reference to our too. So with that in mind, I think it would be cool if this suit could sort of bridge a gap between Spider-Man and that side of the Marvel universe. Number 13, the Spider-Man suit. Speaking of bridging the gap between Spider-Man and the side of the Marvel universe, I would love to see Spider-Man to be appearing in Spider-Man 2. We haven't seen this costume since the first week of the costume in Spider-Man 2, a game that released over 20 years ago, so I think it's finally time to bring it back. And I mean, it would be a really smart move to add it as an ultimate costume, since Insomniac is developing the Wolverine game. Doesn't anyone else agree? Insomniac was considered the game would make a great because it has those iconic series, and they're going to check out those. So why not include the official X-Men-inspired Spider-Man content? Isn't that big, Kevin? Yes. Number 12, the high-tech suit, aka the Dustin Weaver suit. In 2021's Amazing Spider-Man issue number 62, it's a really goofy looking suit, so I feel like people want to see it get added for a multitude of reasons. First off, the suit is very new and recent. There's going to be a lot of people wanting to see it in Spider-Man 2, just because of such design. Second, there's no other suit that looks quite like this one. It stands apart from other suits thanks to the white and color scheme, and I can already imagine those yellowish portions of the costume looking outstanding during nighttime gameplay. I'm a sucker for suits that glow in the dark. So, while it's not my top pick, I love seeing Insomniac throw darts in the multitude of other angles that their suit stations include from Spider-Man history. They may not always be my favorite whenever I get around to making them, but I always appreciate Insomniac digging deep into character history to give players a costume that they may not have seen before. Number 11, the Arachnite. I'll be honest, I know absolutely nothing about the Arachnite suit besides the fact that it's a difference between Spider-Man and his right, and that several really want to see this costume in the sequel. All I know is that this design is cool as hell, and I definitely want to see it be brought into Spider-Man 2, because I've loved whenever Spider-Man
Gotta get people off the bridge
heroes.
before it comes down.
I know, my track record may not indicate that I like that sort of thing, especially since I read Spider and Spider itself relatively low on my super rating. But costumes like the Iron Spider Ever, that's actually one of my favorite designs out there. The designs may not always be my personal favorite in comparison to others, but I just enjoy seeing Spider-Man take inspiration from a hero, or seeing others extend something as tiny as this. So when it's worth it, I can see that thing right together.
Everybody get out! Don't worry, I got you!
Fantastic Four Spider-Man suit ever since my first video for the first year. Using the fact that the Foundation suit make appearances in the game multiple times, but I want the proper Fantastic Four Spider-Man suit with Spider-Man black mask and the proper Fantastic Four symbol. I think one of the very few alternate costumes but it would personally make me pretty happy. Number 9, Ultimate Spider-Man. I was honestly pretty shocked to see Spider-Man suit. Because it's such an iconic look for the character. I've said it once, and I'll say it again, and I would have much rather preferred it if the Ultimate Spider-Man suit was the workers of the completion of the game. Aside from the black suit, which is definitely going to play an integral role in the plot of Spider-Man 2, I feel like this is the only costume that is worthy of being that kind of plot. It's powerful. It shows some really cool powers, and it would have a whole lot of different subjects included. Number 8, the Polar Force. Yet another appeared Spider-Man suit that I don't think we've seen in any video game ever, aside from maybe that old Spider-Man Unlimited mobile game. The Bullet Point Spider-Man costume is really interesting, not just because of its unique purple and black design amongst the rest of Spidey's costumes, but because it's one of the suits that Peter Parker has never actually worn. This version of Spider-Man is actually Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk. I haven't gotten around to reading the Bullet Point comics yet, but I hear that it's a really cool story where mismatch of the heroes.
What's going on?
Bruce Banner is Spider-Man, Peter Parker is the Hulk, Steve Rogers is Iron Man, stuff like that.
No!
I've always liked the design of this costume.
No, I'm not your enemy!
And I feel like Insomniac should do it justice, just like what they've done with the rest of Spidey's costume. Number 7, Spider-Man Unlimited.
Put that phone away now!
This is your last warning. The Spider-Man Unlimited from the 1999 cartoon has been a costume that I've seen plenty of people ask for time and time again. People wanted it in Shattered Dimensions, they wanted it in Edge of Time, the Amazing Indie Games, and I still see people asking for it to come in a free update for the first game. Personally, I've always liked the Spider-Man Unlimited cartoon. It's not my favorite, but I definitely think it's underrated, and I really like the unique design of the costume. I really love that large web cape that he's got. Now, I've never really cared either way if this costume gets added into games or not, but now that we've seen Insomniac do cartoony suits justice thanks to the vintage comic book suit and the Spider-Man suit, I definitely want to see them take a crack at this costume. Number 6,
they didn't even listen.
Spider-Man suit. And speaking of cartoons, why wouldn't I want a costume based on my favorite Spider-Man show? I had the Spectacular Spider-Man suit on my wish list for the first Spider-Man game, which back then it seemed like a huge stretch because that was before anybody knew that Insomniac was going to include cartoony suits as opposed to realistic ones. But now that we know they're capable of doing stuff like that, I definitely want to see the Spectacular suit make an appearance. I'm one of those guys who wants to see the Spectacular Spider-Man cartoon make a comeback, but unfortunately, I know due to rights and all that legal stuff, we're most likely not going to see the show return anytime soon, nor are we going to see the costume appearance Spider-Man 2. But it's my wish list, and I would love the chance to play as one of my favorite versions of the character. Plus, knowing that Insomniac could pull it off and make it look authentic, that just makes me want this costume even more. I mean, take a look at this cool 3D model made by Cool on Twitter. It's an entirely 3D model, and it looks like it was ripped straight out of the show. It's incredible, and if Insomniac could do that, my heart would skip a beat. If you want to check out Cool's model for yourself, I'll leave a link to that tweet in the description. Number 5, an actual vintage comic book suit.
For my home.
It may sound a bit nitpicky, but out of all the cartoony costumes on this list, I'd probably want to see a proper vintage comic book suit that actually references artists from Spider-Man's comic book history. What I mean by that is, I don't want to see the vintage comic book suit be just a cel-shaded version of the classic Spider-Man PS4 suit. I want it to be something that actually has a distinct design, different from other costumes in the game. Now don't get me wrong, I loved the vintage comic book suit from the first game, and I used it quite often. Heck, I even want it to return, but I want Insomniac to take a step further and include some suits that reference different Spider-Man artists.
I don't mind.
Damn. She really does want to fight for Puerto Rico, huh? I don't blame her. It's really cool.
I thought I'll be able to fix anything. Do anything that Spider-Man does.
Whenever you say Spider-Man, you always mean the other one. You're Spider-Man.
You can fix this. Your way.
They don't have to do all of them, but I'd love if there was a vintage comic sheet for each of Spidey's most iconic artists, such as Steve Ditko, John Romita Sr., John Romita Jr., Todd McFarlane, and even an Ultimate Spider-Man inspired Mark Bagley costume. Just being able to see different styles of the character with different eye shapes, spider symbols, and different web wing patterns, it would be amazing for hardcore fans like myself. I would love to see all those suits because they represent a small chunk of the character's history, but if one was in wish list, I would without a doubt want something designed to make an appearance. They can call it
honestly, this is my time. It's a stick song.
That would be pretty cool.
Might get copyrighted, but I don't care.
I was kind of bored between adding this suit on this wish list or the other suit, but I ended up going
yes.
The two suits are very similar styles, but we've already seen how it's brought up from the game way back in 2000. And while it would be nice to see it make a comeback, I think it's time to get back to get some time to shine. There's really not much I appreciate about this costume that you aren't already thinking. It's a super cool and slick design that could easily be modernized to your Insomniac side for creativity, and I'm sure it would have some interesting suit powers, some that could benefit stealth gameplay, it just seems like a win-win scenario for me. And besides, remember when I said that Insomniac should do the Spider Phoenix suit just because they have that Wolverine game coming out? The Assassin Spider-Man suit was first shown in the Spider-Man vs. Wolverine comic. So, yeah, gonna throw that out there. It only makes sense to add it. Number 3, the sensational Ben Reilly suit. And here we have yet another fan favorite costume that I've seen a lot of people wanting for years and years. We've gotten multiple renditions of the Scarlet Spider Ben Reilly suit in countless
I really want the Spider-Man suit.
We've only seen the sensational Ben Reilly suit, what, a few times? Maybe 2 or 3? Granted, it's really not that different from the classic red and blue Spider-Man costume, but even with those minor adjustments that it has, it's without a doubt one of the most beloved costumes in the character's history, just like the Cosmic Spider-Man suit. So with that in mind, I think it's about time that we see the sensational Ben Reilly suit make it come back.
I'm sure that weapons deal is totally legit.
Ben Reilly check it out. Number 2, Superior Spider-Man. You know what? I'm gonna keep it. I think it's fine that Insomniac opted to not include this suit in the first game, because it would be kind of weird for Spider-Man to be wearing this suit when fighting Doc Ock, don't you think? Would it have been a cool 100% completion reward? Yeah, it definitely would have. But I could see why they decided against including it for story purposes. But now, whenever the sequel rolls around, I don't see any reason for Insomniac to neglect adding
they're done wrong here
it's
now.
too popular to not add it in the game, and unless they decide on doing a Superior Spider-Man story arc with later on down the line, this costume is so popular that everybody and their dog is going to want to see it make an appearance in Spider-Man 2, and I am without a doubt one of them.
How did nobody say that?
Besides, remember those mechanical legs that Spider-Man was using in the teaser trailer? Those mechanical arms work very nicely with the Superior suit, I'm just saying. And while we're on the topic, it would also be cool to see the Superior Officer too, but I can celebrate the Superior Spider-Man. I'm not including it on this wish list because I'm already cheated by adding way more than 15 suits, but I'm just saying it would be cool to see this costume. Number 1, the Amazing Spider-Man suit. You all know the suit that I want to see most repeated in Spider-Man 2 is none other than the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit from the 2014 movie. This costume is the only reason why I haven't made my ranking for all 47 suits from Spider-Man Remastered yet, because I'm honestly shocked that Insomniac decided to not add it. I was banking on the idea that Insomniac was going to drop this suit in a great update for the game whenever No Way Home released on digital or Blu-ray, but they never did. So now I gotta get around to ranking the other 47 like you've all been wanting. Trust me, that video is coming, and hopefully it will be the last ranking before the sequel releases, but every time I say that, I always jinx myself. Regardless, it would have made so much sense for this costume to appear alongside the other No Way Home suits for Spider-Man Remastered, and you never know, it's still might, since we have a whole year before the sequel comes out, but if Insomniac decides to keep this suit out of the first game, then I definitely want to see Spider-Man 2 alongside the rest of the live-action movies.
So, man. Seeing her on the bridge? I don't know that person.
Number 10,
figure out why she's doing all this.
In fact, let's go with all 20 suits of Spider-Man Miles Morales as honorable mentions. In my first wishlist video, I talked about wanting to see the original Advanced suit make a comeback for Peter Parker, but I ended up cheating by including all 47 suits in my list as honorable mentions. Since I ended up doing that for Peter, it only makes sense to do that same thing for Miles, right? Granted, a lot of the costumes seen in the Miles Morales game were just variations of the classic suit with different clothes thrown on top. But it would be really cool if they all returned for Spider-Man 2, just for the sake of beefing up Miles' suit counter. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if a few of those suits get cut for the sequel, but one that I absolutely want to see return is that original black and red suit, just for the sake of story continuity. Just like Peter, Miles is shown to have a few visual upgrades for his costume in the Spider-Man 2 trailer, so I want them to include the visual counterparts so we can have a natural transition between the old appearance and this new one. Number 9, the Shadow Spider. The Shadow Spider suit is something I neglected on my list for the first Miles Morales game, simply because I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know what it was, or where it came from, and to this day, I still haven't read the comics that this suit originates from, but because of how often I saw this suit get mentioned in my comments, I figured, hey, let's take a look at it. And man, you guys sure have made me come around on this. The Shadow Spider suit would be a really cool outfit to wear when running around the city, and if Insomniac ends up doing that Arachnite costume in for Peter, they can easily use a similar face animation to this costume to make it look more dynamic. In my eyes, this is one of those licensed costumes that needs to take full advantage of the PS5 hardware. There's a lot of potential here. Number 8, Evil Miles Morales. I really don't have much to say about this costume, other than the fact that it would be one of those wacky and obscure suits that catches everybody off guard when they first unlock it. The quote-unquote Evil Miles Morales costume is worn by the Miles of Earth 20143, who first appeared in Spider-Verse Volume 3, Issue 2. This costume has a similar design to Miles Morales' costume, but instead of being mostly black, the suit is mostly red with blue webbing replacing the red webbing. Plus, the spider emblem looks like a skull, just so you can tell that he's evil. I, for one, would want Insomniac to include this costume just so it could be another one of those, wait, what is this kind of costumes? There's just something fun about casual Spider-Man fans using weirder and more obscure costumes for the first time. So I want Insomniac to do that tradition more wacky suits. Number 7, Miles Morales. I've said it time and time again, but Spider-Man Life Story is a really fantastic game. I highly recommend it for all you hardcore Spidey fans because it's a fresh, unique recap of the character's history. Miles Morales actually appears as a character towards the end of the comic, but for the sake of spoilers for those of you who might want to read it, I'm not going to go in depth about the character. But what I do want to talk about is the space suit he will when he and his elderly sister are traveling in space. It's not all too different from classic.
How did he get knocked over?
Also, while I'm on the topic, I didn't have Peter's spacesuit in the first wishlist video, but if they add this suit, I feel like they've gotta add Peter's version as well, just so the two can match. They don't have to, but it would be cool to see the two suits side by side in cutscenes. Number 6, Cosmic Miles Morales. And speaking of seeing suits side by side in cutscenes, if Peter ends up getting his Cosmic Spider-Man suit, then Miles should get his Cosmic suit as well. First appearing in 2018's Spider-Geddon event, Miles was granted the cosmic powers of the Enigma Force so he could square off against Solus, the leader of the Inheritors. In terms of its design, it's the exact same as all the other Cosmic Spider-Man suits that we've seen over the years, with the only difference being that little mouth section where we see Miles' black mask and red webbing. Just like with Peter's Cosmic suit, I feel like the Miles Morales Cosmic suit has a lot of potential for visual flair, and it has powers. So if Peter ends up getting his Cosmic Spider-Man suit, I would love if this suit accompanied it, kind of like how we got all those cosmic suits in Shattered Dimensions and Edge of Time. Number 5, the Marvel Strike Force suit.
Textbooks.
Hey, alright, here's a
He took
returning
night
suit that I
classes so he
talked
could
about
keep
in my
running the
first
shop
wish
during
list
the day.
video for the Miles
Guy
Morales
wasn't
game.
stoppable.
Unfortunately, we didn't see
Someone
this
left the
suit get
lights
added into that game, so it only makes sense for me to bring it back into this wish list for the sequel. My opinions on the Marvel Strike Force suit haven't changed. I still think it's a really cool look for Miles that stays true to what his style should represent,
but the
yet
photo
it
is
upgrades the original design by adding in more red portions that balance out the black, which we kind of see something similar in the new classic Super Miles in the Spider-Man 2 trailer. Unfortunately, I don't see this suit being added into the game because there's not as many people playing Strike Force anymore compared to what we saw in 2020, so it's just one of those wild dreams of mine. Maybe I'll be proven wrong, but who knows. All I know is that it would be a really cool suit to play with. Number 4, the streetwear suit from the 10th anniversary of Miles Morales. From what I've gathered, there's a lot of mixed opinions on the streetwear suit.
Some kind of
Some people
meds.
love it, others absolutely hate it, but I, for one, don't like it. I think it's a really cool urban design that fits the character of Miles, so I can understand why a lot of people do like it, but on the other hand, I can also see why a lot of people hate it. For the record, I'm not up to date on Miles Morales comic books, so I haven't seen this in action much outside of cover appearances and whatnot. But I'm curious, depending on the artist, those red sections of the costume aren't actually red, they're hot pink. At least that's what I heard. Now, I don't mind this costume being hot pink, but I just think it looks way better when it's more of a reddish pink as opposed to a hot pink, if that makes any sense. But regardless of what people think about this suit's design or its colors, I think it's a safe bet that we'll see the streetwear suit in Spider-Man 2. It's a fresh look for Miles that garnered a lot of popularity as of late, so much popularity that it would be much more of a surprise to the 6 months ago. Number 3, the Captain America Spider-Man suit. Now, I gotta admit, I had no idea that this suit even existed before I started putting together this list a while back.
Test
I was struggling to find alternate costumes for Miles, and during my search, I magically stumbled upon this costume that was used in the cover variant honoring Captain America's 80th anniversary. By this point, you know me. I'm a sucker for a good costume that mixes Spidey with other superheroes.
You sure we're ready?
The designs may not always be my personal favorite.
They broke ground in Harlem today.
But
Out of schedule.
Poisoning the city to make a buck.
Cutting corners. Ignoring safety reports. I can't let them pervert my work like this, man.
Okay, first we flush the core, then we wipe all data. You're sure they can't just make more of this stuff?
No, as long as we take out the backup supply in Jersey too. But without me, they'll have no idea how new form works. Project could be DOA.
I'll record us. Things go wrong, video uploads straight to the Bugle.
How many of you guys are surprised by not having this as my number 1? I'm a big fan of the inspired Spider-Man suits.
Ready.
Every time I rank them, or have them in my wish lists, I always put them at the very top. Well, not this time. I actually have one other suit above this one, but I would still love to see the new Spider-Verse suit in the sequel. Just like the streetwear suit that I talked about a little while ago, the Across the Spider-Verse suit is definitely a no-brainer for the sequel just because of timing alone. Across the Spider-Verse actually got delayed to a 2023 release, meaning it's coming out the exact same year as Marvel Spider-Man 2. So the Spider-Verse hype is going to be coming back in full swing by the time Spider-Man 2 releases. Everybody is going to want to see Miles' new costume make an appearance in the game, and I am definitely one of those people. Number 1, a hooded classic Miles Morales suit. Alright, my number 1 most anticipated costume for Miles Morales is the version of the classic suit wearing a hoodie, shorts, and red sneakers. That's it. It's very simple, and it's just another variation of the classic suit, but it's something I've wanted for the longest time, and I'm shocked we didn't really get it in the first Miles Morales game. Granted, we did get the Bodega Cat suit, the Brooklyn Vision suit, and the Outfit suit, but those don't really count because the Bodega Cat suit is a classic suit. And it also has wearing a backpack and a hat in it.
If I wait for the snipers to calm down, I can take them out from above.
And the sportswear suit wasn't his black and red costume. It was the red mask which was given by Peter at the end of the first game. But when I say I want a hooded Miles Morales suit, I want the perfect mixture of all those suits, just like what we saw on the cover of the Miles Morales art book. I want Miles wearing his classic red and black costume, no backpack or cap, and no alterations to his eyes, and I just want him wearing a hoodie, some shorts, and some sneakers. It could either be the exact same outfit that we saw with the sportswear suit, or it could be the green hoodie that we saw in the Spider-Verse suit. I don't really mind what design Insomniac does, I just want a hoodie over top of the classic suit, and I'm sure a lot of other people do as well.
Take 5.
Number 10, the Spider-Carnage suit. Going off my Peter Parker wish list where I listed Ben Reilly's sensational Spider-Man suit, wouldn't it be cool if we also got the symbiotic version of that suit as well? Granted, Carnage is a different symbiote from Venom, so it wouldn't really be a black suit, but I still think it would be a really fun cosmetic change that would hit the nostalgia bone for a lot of fans, especially fans of the 90s animated cartoon. Including this fan favorite suit seems like a no-brainer to me, unless if they plan on doing Carnage in future games, which I don't see them doing for a long while. It's not one of my most requested suits on this list, which is why it's down at the very bottom, but I would definitely love to see it be added alongside the sensational suit for Peter Parker. Number 9, the Superior Venom suit. Is there really anything I need to say for this suit? It's the Venomized version of the Superior Spider-Man costume. It's an even edgier version of an already edgy costume. How cool is that? The Superior Venom suit has such a menacing design through its messy web patterns that it would be insanely fun to swing around the city with this suit, attacking thugs who least expect it. But aside from the visual design of the suit, I think it would be really cool if Insomniac went down the path of Web of Shadows and incorporated symbiotic powers into an advantage when using those suits. I'm sure they will, so then Peter can keep up with the Venom powers that Miles has, but that's a discussion for another day. Number 8, the 2012 Amazing Spider-Man Black suit. Alright, hear me out on this because it's kind of an obscure suit. I would love to see the black variation of the 2012 Amazing Spider-Man suit in Marvel Spider-Man 2. It only appeared once in the Amazing Spider-Man movie game that released way back in 2012, but it has such a slick design and interesting backstory. It makes me want to see it have a comeback since Insomniac decides to keep Andrew Garfield's suit for the sequel. I don't know, this suit just feels like one of those suits that has been lost to time, and Andrew Garfield ended up taking the 2012 suit in favor of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, and on top of that, his movies got canceled before we even got the chance to see him in a black suit at all.
There we
The black
go.
version of the 2012 suit was created purely for fan service, and I want to see it come back for that exact same reason, fan service. Number 7, Agent Venom. Yeah, I know what you're reading on this. Agent Venom isn't Peter Parker, Flash Thompson. Why would Peter be wearing his suit?
Did you find
It doesn't
anything
make any
that fits?
sense. And to that I say, it's my list.
I know why she's doing all
But in all
this.
seriousness, I know
Something
that
happened to her
Agent Venom
brother.
doesn't make a lot of sense,
Something bad.
especially since there's potential for him to be an actual
Rick was
character
working at
later on
Roxxon.
down the line.
He was their
If
lead
Insomniac
scientist
decides
on
to go down that
Nuform.
route, I'm totally cool with that.
And it looks like
But if they
Nuform's
don't,
making him
the Agent
sick.
Venom suit is
Silent
just
Krieger's
too
been
cool
telling
to
everyone how
see.
safe
I
it
mean,
is.
look at those
He's
black eyes
lying.
with the white trim
Finn and her brother tried to shut down the prototype
Even if
reactor.
it's not a Peter Parker
Prevent
suit, I
further
would love for
development.
Agent Venom to get some recognition
Don't know.
by being included,
Yet.
just like how
Finn
they
recorded
included
the
Miguel
whole thing on
O'Hara
her phone,
and Ben
but
Reilly's
then she
suit
lost
in
it
the first
inside the
game.
lab.
Number 6,
I'm on my way to get it.
Spectacular Spider-Man Black suit.
I'm right
I
here.
couldn't help myself. I love Spectacular Spider-Man
Will
too
do.
much to not include its black suit on my wish list. Like the Spider-Carnage suit, I only really want to see this costume if they end up including the regular red and blue version, which I also have on my Peter Parker wish list. Insomniac could easily just tweak the colors of the Spectacular Spider-Man model and call it a day.
That is one
It's really
shady
that
looking
easy.
weapon steal.
Although, I think it would be really cool if Spider-Man the more you wear it, the more as the game progresses, the changes to show that Peter is being taken over by the symbiote. It would be a very cool and small detail that would increase my overall enjoyability of the game. Number 5, the 2018 comics Black suit. I don't think there's a simple name for this costume since it's essentially just Peter reforming with the new symbiote, but instead of different designs, one giving it its own slot. The 2018 Black suit carries over a lot of design aspects of the original Black suit design, but there are a few differences that made me instantly hooked on it when I read Amazing Spider-Man issue 800. First and foremost, I love how the eyes of just hang off the side of the mask to give it somewhat of a 3D effect. It's really cool, and I also love how it has those red underarms to give the suit extra character. Those two aspects on top of the different spider symbols make this a must-have in the sequel. I'll be really shocked if it doesn't show up in Spider-Man 2. Number 4, the vintage comic book black suit.
Just don't do
Whether
crime.
Insomniac brings back the vintage comic book suit from the first game, or if they decided to redesign based off artists like Steve Ditko, I want them to do a vintage comic book style black suit, just like what we saw in the first game. It's nothing too complex, just a cel-shaded suit that is all black with blue or to reflect what the black suit would look like in the comics. That's it. fans fell in love with the vintage comic book suit for its stylistic design, and I would absolutely love if Insomniac repeated that with the black suit. Now, there's a lot of different design choices they could go with, even with the cel-shaded suit. They could have a blue tint to reflect something out of the 90s animated cartoon, or they could use more of the purple tint to reflect
Oh my gosh.
Either way, the vintage
How do we break into Roxanne? That's not good.
Number 3 is the classic black suit. And if they include the vintage comic book black suit, Insomniac needs to include the realistic classic black suit. Just like how they included the original Red News suit in the first game, Insomniac needs to give us the classic black suit, even if it doesn't have any place in the game's story. Something that would make the classic black suit stand apart from the vintage comic book version is that it wouldn't have any of those blue or purple tints to make it look shiny. Instead, the classic black suit is just pure black. Nothing but darkness on the suits, the only way you can see it in a dark alley is through those white eyes and white spider symbols. It would be incredibly menacing and stealth gameplay, and it's a must-have for the sequel, just as much as the classic Red News sequel for the first game. Number 2, the Rainy Black Suit. You know me, I'm a sucker for wire movies, so of course I want to see that black suit make an appearance in Spider-Man 2. I love the Raimi movies, and I'm sure you all know that by now, considering I made an entire timeline focusing on Sam Raimi's Spider-Man universe, which, by the way, I need to update it following No Way Home. I'll get on that sometime in the future. But if you want to check out the outdated version, you can click that card in the top right of the video to go watch it. But yeah, the Raimi black suit is without a doubt one of my most anticipated suits
playing a ton of video games,
I want it because it's a great design, full of nostalgia, and I can already see all the Spider-Man 3 memes. It'll be really fun seeing people take pictures of it in picture mode and then post them on Twitter. However, if Insomniac doesn't include this suit in the sequel, or if they don't include it right when the game launches, please don't harass them this time. It's gross that people actually went out of their way to attack Insomniac for it, so I don't want to see that again, or else you know what happens. I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
Suit's gonna get musty.
Number 1, the Advanced Black Suit. Finally, we have my number 1 most anticipated black suit that I want to see in Marvel Spider-Man 2, and it's not even a far-fetched request. There's no denying that we're going to see Insomniac's own original take on the black suit,
Tracker said the phone
just
was
like
pretty
what
far
they did
below
with the
ground
original
level.
red and blue suit. The Advanced suit has become such an iconic costume within the eyes of the public, and it's without a doubt become one of the most popular costumes in the character's entire mythos. Many people hated the White Spider design at first, but they've come around to loving it, and I'm definitely one of those people. My only wish for Insomniac is that I want them to capture lightning and model it again with their own original design. I have faith in them that they'll make another iconic design that hopefully will get revealed to us very soon.
Oh, you bugger.
Wish list for all of the alternate
What's so funny?
Damn, man.
costumes that I want to see in Marvel Spider-Man 2. I know it's a lot of suits to ask for, and I know that Insomniac will have every single one of them, but at the end of the day, it's just fun talking about the different
And I bet
suits
you got a lot of
and
questions
speculating
right
which
now.
ones we might see.
But we need
and hey,
to get out of
nobody
here.
ever expected the
You
first
picked the
game was
wrong
going to have
place
as
to
many
break
suits
into.
as it did, so I don't
I'm not
think it's
leaving
that much
till I
of a
find
stretch
what I
for the
came
sequel to have just as many,
Listen,
if not more.
I
After all,
did some
it's
work
going to
for
be a
Roxanne a while
massive game.
back.
But let me
You
know,
don't
what
want to
do
mess
you all
with
see
these
in my
guys.
wish list?
If
What
we get
alternate
caught in
costumes
here,
do you want to
then
see
help
in Marvel
me.
Spider-Man 2? Let me know down in the comments and let's have a discussion. I hope you all enjoyed today's video.
Alright.
It was super
But
fun
we do this
revisiting
my
these
way.
wish lists as we
Know a
get
place I
closer
can
and
We
access
do
closer
this
to
my
release
way.
this fall.
Let you know what's
If the game
coming.
eventually does release, I'll be back yet again to do another suit ranking video.
Remote
Until
mines.
then, be sure to like
Use
the
them if
video
we're
and
getting
subscribe to the
jammed.
channel for more content.
Don't
Much
get caught.
Spider-Man. It's lovely seeing all of you guys in my
Don't
next video. See ya.
cut.
See that Bentley laser shooting?
How'd you do that?
I've worked with systems like this before. Now focus.
This is a good time to try out those remote mines.
Place Mario and his friends on the tower.
What's going on with the cameras? More power outages? Rhino took out a whole power plant.
Back.
Messed with more than one neighborhood.
Back.
What is it, Tree?
Phone.
Back.
Track the signal. It's coming from somewhere deep underground.
Lowest point in the buildings and the reactor.
Then that's where I'm headed.
Back. Kamehameha.
Should be a vent in that room. Leads to a lab, then the reactor.
Like a new form reactor?
It's what these schematics say. Yeah.
No one wants action as much as I do. Best lab except for the big blue guy. Connected to the chief action officer. Big button.
Hey, where's the new form I asked for?
We're trying to make more. Mason didn't leave behind any notes. Well, I have heard that one canister of new form survived the incident on the bridge. Now, if we have access to that,
Don't you think if I had it, I would give it to you?
Yes, Mr. Krieger. I just want to make it clear that without that canister, it would be impossible to hit the deadline.
I'm doing everything in my considerable power to find that canister. However, right now, it would help me for you to go back to your lab and do your damn job.
The Celestials begin to exist. They are led by the Celestial Arisha the Judge.
Krieger's on a deadline.
13.7 billion years in the past.
So you're gonna tell me whose phone you're looking for?
Molecules in the dark
It's like, guys, I'm aware that I can rave now, but
You should feel honored.
Arisha
I
decides
came
to
out
rain on the
retired
dark
to watch your
parade by
back.
making the first
Can't believe
stop.
my uncle
A
is
cycle
proud.
begins in which
And I
planets
can't
are
believe
seated
my
between
nephew's
celestials.
risking his neck
The
for a
deviants are
phone.
created by
Let's get
Arisha
on
to
with it.
protect the life forms in this.
You know we gotta go over the Spider-Man trailer, especially this opening cinematic, because he really violated this nigga. Bro was just out there strolling and shit, and Craven pulled up on him mad as hell. I've been in your shadow for hours, but you sense nothing. Like, bro, relax. Why are you mad at him? Because you're good at this shit. You clearly out here moving like madman.
You're
Just take
close
that
to
as
the
a
reactor
compliment or
post.
something. Why
Need
you
to take
gotta
these
go?
guys out.
He gets taken out, and some random dude pulls up to him on the iPad.
close to the
Hey, yo, there's mad people to hunt over here, bro. They call it New York Mad Fuck. Let's go. Craven is smiling, looking at that shit, and he's like, oh yeah, we out. Takes a trip to New York, and we see this game got that cool DLC. That's how you know it's about here. Someone dropped the Addy, and they got the location of Spider-Man's residence. He comes up, and I see him with a black suit, and I'm like, oh no, y'all should have not pulled up, because Peter Parker in his black suit just means your ass is gonna get hit with a vicious bomb. I still can't forget how black suit Peter get here. Bro was fucking so
Since they started new film research, yeah.
They pull up on him aggressive as hell, especially these two. And all that just to be the first victims of the gameplay. Spider-Man started rolling on all of them. Look at how he does this, man. He spikes him to the floor and gets dribbled off concrete. And then after that, he gets hit with the finisher. You're not convinced he's alive. And bro, look at him. He hit in the Caleb City. He looks exactly like this. The dude's Peter threw to him. Like, he's not even trying to be creative anymore. It's just put in paint. He just straight up killed himself. And we can't miss out on how crazy he was talking. Listen to him. Oh, yeah. He's straight up talking like he's running the city. And we know that's not the Peter on Mabry. And this man should have ran after he heard that. He does him worse. He hits him with a super punch. Takes him in the gut about 40 times. And it's not he just continues to run. And again, they are so brave. They just whip this back and decide to do it. They can't do that. And he goes to the and this is where this goes right to mine. And then entering this blue movement, they started off with a slingshot. And I'm already rubbing my hands. I know I'm about to be
Siler's just on the other
and you
side
can see
of that
he's
flash.
bleeding through their ear.
Use that terminal to open it
But
up.
we're not done because next he hits the glider. I'm like, okay. He moving out here like a flying squirrel. I fuck with it. But they weren't done there because they made God himself.
More labs around the city?
And you know Miles had to
With
hit
a
us
new
that
form
Spider-Man
reactor in
there.
each one.
Because he knows we're watching.
New form made Rick
The squad
sick.
pulls up and they're
I need to
about
shut
10.
these down.
So Miles is like, time to be on my Batman shit, going in stealth. At least that's what I thought. Because Miles goes in and kicks the shit out of this little bird. And that shit was loud as hell too. Listen to this.
oh my god.
Reactor below. Powers this whole facility.
Phone's on the way out the box.
Oh my god.
And all those guys, too.
Remember what I said. He tries to tiptoe across that loud ass sound. And look at these two. He is focused on nothing. Like there was no way we were looking in this direction and didn't know that another bird call. But anyways, Miles sneaks up to both of them and initiates a double takedown. Makes them both bonk heads. He catches them. Everything he's getting better at this stealth shit. Next, he looks at these three. Hits them with the gadget, pulling them all together. Then he flies out the frame and lands on him. You can see him with that blue light. The first guy gets him. He'll get a straight hand. But he treats the next guy like a supervillain. Broken at home watching too much Dragon Ball Z. His ass thinks he's Goku now. He's flying back, man. He probably wouldn't notice the movie. Yeah, we know you got that shit from Miguel. Bro got hit with it too many times. And was like, you know what? Let me use it in my dance though. I do the same shit too. That shit clearly works. See what he thought it was her game when he tried to get at me.
Just calling to make sure you're not hurt.
Push back one shot and the rest of his squad gets wiped out. You know they're about to wake up angry too. That was not how it was supposed to go. The
subway worker guy?
I'm trying to be a hero. Anyways, also the prowler. You know, crawling and jumping and shit. Trying to find the lizard.
The prowler? The thief who runs around in purple?
This right here just because this man already jumped away. So happy.
It's just a one-time
the
thing.
container hits causing an explosion.
Your uncle's the prowler. That's a lot, man.
Goes up
Like,
to the garage
a lot.
and that is where I live.
Gotta go get me. I'll fill you in later.
No need to fear. Blank Boy is here, so Miles is walking through the dark, and I already know the girls have PTSD back in middle school. The teacher tells the kid to turn off the lights. Hey guys, where Miles go? Why is this going eyes and teeth? He opens up the gates to see that Lizard has shed his skin. Oh nah, Lizard done got his swag up. Where's that? Escape. Peter pulls up and look at this man, retracting his arms, mad slowly, standing in the dark. You already know he was up there practicing his entrance. Bad time he wanted to look cold so bad. And this Venom suit that Peter acted real different, bro. Hey, Peter, I really like your new outfit. When Lizard asks, oh, what you gonna call me?
Gotta be quicker than that.
They start trembling because they hear Lizard growling under the ground. Whoa, what the hell is that? Oh no, niggas tripping. Lizard busts through the ground, they dodge it, and then bust through the building, escaping out into the open, and now they gotta go chase him. I have no idea what Dr. Thomas, aka Lizard, is trying to go. Hopefully it's better than what he's doing. Why? Bro, leave me alone. I don't want to be greedy. These mercenaries are also going after
to shut down cameras and phones to keep more of them coming. Record-wise, welcome band, and it should stop.
Thanks. After the wires.
Propelling himself forward using his jet ski with their deactivated swagger of the black sea. Hits this dude on the jet ski. God damn, why was he so aggressive with it? What did bro do? And notice Miles doesn't even hit the black dude. He just lets him fall in the water because you know his ass can't swim. Miles catches up with the mercenaries just to see that Kraven the Hunter is here too. So that's mercenaries, Lizard on the loose, civilians.
Don't explode.
Peter thinks he's a brother, and Kraven is now here too. Nah, NYC really got my boy Miles put in an OT right now. Yeah, if you guys look to your left, that's where Ice Spice lives. Her album about to go certified paperclip. Don't worry about that. Oh shit, Spider-Man!
Core dumps a two-person job. You start to override here. I confirm it there. Step one, wiping new forms with assistance.
Any regret? Destroying the thing you made?
Seemingly be right.
This reminds me of the original Spider-Man cartoon where Peter has MJ to carry him and she jumps off the building. Why did you do that? To prove to myself that you'll always be
ready.
Triggering override in 3, 2... That wasn't me!
Industrial sabotage, really? They can't even hear bro.
No one's gonna care about you sick people on you or a dead engineer. You're just the coast of doing business.
Flipping now, bro got dissolved. Bro dissolved.
Someone else is in there. Find out.
He has a Hall of Fame bailout match that is Miles Morales. He takes it, beating him, dump far away. Now, see, this is the part that save people. No, I'm not talking about the fact that Miles was swinging racist. So the mercenaries were chasing Lizard, right? And they're heading in that direction. The Lizard is coming this direction. After seeing that move, Eyesore hit them with the Phoenix
You got your phone. Now listen.
That reactor killed my friend. He needs to be shut down. Permanently.
chased down artists on
I
Hall
need
of
your
Fame
help,
and searched the
Uncle.
block while Miles tried to keep it
Please.
again. When you need all you literally using that man as a surfboard.
Claire?
Miles has to save his tools fishing, but bro, who is that?
Okay.
Keller? How does he not
Stand
hear
back.
or see any of the gunshots
Thanks,
or
Al.
whistles going on right now? And I'm from New York City. Fishing in that water is crazy. It got
Gotta get out of there, man. Can you move?
Yeah.
Go down that hole.
You're gonna say this, right?
Mom, talk to me. You alright?
I feel like I just got dropped out of a plane.
I gotta find my iPhone.
But at least the real just disabled.
You're almost out.
I really needed that phone. Now what am I gonna do?
Come on, kid. I can't get to you before Roxxon does.
Man, he was the one that opened my eyes to the world of sober. And all I'm saying is, Ricky Sober, if he wants to pop this,
We're taking you into custody!
They've got orders from Captain.
Why? What do they want?
Study, interrogate you. Don't care. Just don't let them.
Another month review, you know, where I sit down kind of like an edited podcast, chat about life, connect with you. Why am I with my...
Yeah?
Sing! Alright, we got some weird stuff today.
Yeah? Right, one sec, guys. Alright, bye guys. Hope you have a